Shane, are you there? We're having technical difficulties, so welcome to Tuesday Night Hangouts. I don't know if we're live or not. Let's see. Yep, we are live, so cool deal. Shane, give me a wave if you can hear me. Or give me the finger or anything, man.
Okay.
I heard him.
Hold on. All right, now I need to get rid of this one, I do believe.
There you go.
Hold on.
Kind of digging that tune.
Okay. My internet went right out right before we started the show.
It did. It was like 3 minutes before we were ready to start the show, and all of a sudden, boom! All heck
never fails. Never fails, does it?
No, nope. And it's not like it's already bad enough. What happened to Nick? He bailed?
He got fired.
Better luck next time. All right, so let's try this again. Oh, here he is. There he is. He's the one that broke my internet, I do believe.
I had to rehire him again.
Oh, now he can't even afford the lights. Look, he can't even afford the lights. He's sitting in the dark.
Oh my goodness! It's your fault.
So,
it's your fault.
So, Mr. Will, how are you doing today, sir?
Yeah, I'm doing real good. Yeah, it's good to be here Tuesday night, and we've got some nice things to talk about tonight, other than your special announcement. So, yeah, just glad to be here.
That special announcement is Krista is not pregnant. Thank God. Mr. Tony, how's it going, sir?
Another beautiful day in heaven, brother.
Yes, sir. Tony, and you are with who, in case those who don't know need to know?
We're Rick Davies from Florida Fly Sports.
Alrighty. And Mr. Rick Davies, you, sir, are well known all over the interwebs. You can go down the deepest, darkest rabbit hole, and Rick Davies, you'll see one of his videos, I'm sure.
Yeah. Always into something. And,
yeah,
and
right?
you guys don't know, this guy up here, Tony, he's my partner, and you got to be careful these days and make sure you say business partner. He's my business partner. So
Krista's boobs.
He's the behind the scenes guy that makes everything happen.
Point the wrong way, man.
Just cause you got a picture of your last boyfriend with a coconut bra on doesn't mean that Tony's in that, okay?
It's new and improved.
That's right.
And Mr. Nick Justice, how we doing tonight, sir?
I'm good. You killed my internet, so I had to go outside.
Dude, my
back in
internet
the
died
dungeon.
too. Yeah, my
He's in
internet
the
died
dungeon.
too.
That's where he is.
Okay, so tonight's show, a Tuesday night hangout, we have three special guests. I didn't find out Tony was coming on until after I posted everything online. So, Tony, I do apologize for that.
It's okay.
But we talked about Nick and his donation of the e-bike, which is absolutely amazing. It's a gorgeous bike. What did I? Will, I sent that to you. The next thing we're going to talk about. But Mr. Rick Davies and Tony, you guys care to share maybe a little something about your school, and then maybe get into what you're giving away for a raffle?
Yeah. We are. We're Florida Flight Sports. We are located right in Wauchula, very close to the fly-in at Hardy Lakes. We're about 10 miles away from there. And we train foot launch. We train wheel launch guys. We're a USPPA accredited school. We're the U.S. importer for Crafts paramotors. And don't let me forget to say, before I forget, we do offer financing for paramotors and training. Tony always gets on me because I forget about that. But
Yeah.
we're the U.S. importer for Craft Paramotors. We're on our third year now of being the importer. They make some amazing equipment. If you haven't seen them, come and check them out or see them at the fly-in. But we support the fund for Gaige and the fly-in. We want to do as much as we can to support you guys. So we've teamed up with Craft, and we're going to donate a brand new Craft Libra paramotor frame and harness. I don't have an APCO harness. It's a 140 centimeter hoop, and we want to offer another thing as well. If the person that wins this in the raffle, if they need training, if they come and train with us, we're going to install a brand new engine on that paramotor form free of charge. If the person that wins it is already a paramotor pilot and they need to buy an engine for it, come and see us, and we'll give them the engine for our cost. So we'd like to do whatever we can to help.
I was just going through here trying to find an applause button, and I don't think I've ever seen one. I was hoping I'd have one, but
no, it's a great cause that you guys have there, and we're happy to be a part of it. We're happy.
We stand behind you guys 100%.
Dude,
We appreciate your donation.
that is just like awesome, because the paramotor is the expensive part. The frame is the expensive part of the whole system, you know?
Yeah.
So yeah, that's just like, wow.
Yeah, it's a nice. I sent Shane a picture of it. I don't know if you're able to share it or not, but it's I got a picture of it. So yeah. If not, we'll make an announcement and put it up later on.
I sent it to the guru, the computer guru. He's got it.
Okay, good deal. Good deal. And it's set up for a Moster 185 or an Atom 80. You can switch the arms to switch torque compensation if need be. So we've been super happy with them. They stand up very well. We use them for most of our training machines, and they take a beating and they hold up well. And they're one of the lighter ones on the market. They're not the lightest, but this one is the Tinox, the stainless steel version, so it's tough, not going to bend easily. So it'll make a great paramotor for somebody.
We are super excited about that for sure.
Yeah.
No, Rick, I've told you 100 times. I'll tell you 100 more times. And Tony, the same goes for you, and to Nick. Without you guys, I honestly, it's a great cause, but without your guys' support, it wouldn't be as well as it is now, and it's only going to grow from here. And we are so very thankful.
Yeah, you guys, and the volunteers put in a ton of work to make it come together last time. We had a great time. And we just want to see it grow and continue to be successful, because we just love it. It's awesome. It's fun. Yeah.
Will, you got that picture?
Yeah, I'm working on it. I got to go through the give permission fiasco thing.
I don't know why.
I've been on the wagon since Christmas. I've been doing no alcohol January, but I'll be ready for fly-in season. So you guys watch.
Right on, man.
Well, Rick, you know
the jacket and a stun gun.
Yes.
Hey, Rick, you got to remember the park has they don't want to see you drinking alcohol rule.
They've never seen me drinking alcohol there ever.
I'm just saying.
Yeah.
Wink,
Yeah.
wink.
Shane, it's okay. Shane, it's okay. We got rubber bullets with silencers, so you won't hear it.
Yeah,
we behave ourselves. Yeah.
Yes.
So in order to do this, I have to actually quit the browser, which means I would lose the connection here. So I don't know what you want me to do. You want me to do that? You want your choice.
Do you have a picture?
Right. There's only 6 people watching, and 5 of them are here anyway, so we'll post it
Here's
later.
my phone.
Yeah.
Hold on.
Hold on.
Will, can I email that to you? Would that work better?
It's the same thing. It's just the sharing is through the browser.
Oh.
You know what? Just hold it up on your phone.
Yeah, I can do that.
That's lame-o.
Yeah, but it's
Will.
Yeah.
It's all right. I sent it to him at the last minute, so.
Put it on your.
I don't know if that's gonna.
Will, drop it on your back screen and then move out of the way.
That's really nice.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
Nice.
Yeah, I could do that.
Virtual back screen. You can put it up there.
Let's see. Let's see if this will
That's how I
work.
did mine.
Okay.
Good thinking,
I lost
Nick.
it coming out of the truck.
Yeah. Look at Nick being all techie and stuff.
Yeah.
I did it earlier, but I lost it.
So I could share the entire screen, I guess. Let's see. Share.
You got
Actually,
There it is.
Is that it?
That's
Yep.
it.
That's it right there.
Yeah, we got it.
Oh, that's the wrong picture. I'm sorry. That's
Is
the
it?
frame, but
Oh.
that's a different one. That's a training model. That has an old dudek harness.
Okay.
Yeah.
We'll nix
The other
that.
picture that I sent you, I apologize. It has a brand new APCO harness. APCO SLT.
Does it have a motor on it?
It doesn't have a motor on it right now, no.
Well, I mean the picture.
In
You
the
sent.
picture, it does, yes.
No, it should be right in
Oh.
front of the door. It's the second one I sent you, Will.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
I got it. I was thinking it was the other one because it didn't have a motor on it. I gotcha.
Oh. Nick, I'm coming back to you here in a second. What are you pulling that up for?
You just give me a name, and I'm making sure it's
Yeah,
on the
this one
list.
is a brand. It's not one that we took out of training. It's a brand new frame with a brand new harness.
All right. Share screen. Here we go.
Man, that paramotor nation ran a lot smoother than this show, huh?
Oh, that's terrible. Oops.
What's up, David Wolf? So is this it?
That's it.
That's it. That's the one.
That's it right there. That's the harness. That's the brand new APCO harness and brand new paramotor.
It's a beautiful machine, man.
I don't think that's actually the one, but that is the frame. That might have been one of the training machines right there.
It's the same thing.
That exact frame. It's the stainless steel, the Tynox Craft with the brand new APCO SLT harness that will look just like that. And like I said, if the person that wins it needs training, they come and pay for training us. Full training here is $2,900. We'll put a brand new engine on that machine for them. Obviously, it has a fuel tank on it. You just can't see it.
That's really nice. So that's stainless steel and what is it? Carbon fiber
and carbon fiber spars. Yep.
Really
and if the person that wins it's already a paramotor pilot and they want to buy an engine for it, come see us and we'll give them the engine at our cost.
Bill H asked the question for Tony and Rick. What's the retail value on that?
$2,500 with the harness. So the frame's about $2,000 and the harness is about $400 or $500. So $2,400 probably.
Even that's an awesome deal.
Yeah. Yeah, Will and I were just talking about this.
That's awesome.
I got to Rick. None of us got lucky. We all had to buy ours.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
Yeah. Somebody will get lucky.
And then we got this one guy that just showed up in the chat here. He says, "Does it come with wheels?" I bet.
Hey, is that hay bale? That's hay bale.
Yeah. Yeah, it's hay baler.
Why did you get another hay bale, Brian? What the hell? Now we do
Brian
have
had ankle surgery.
Brian's been a busy man. He's taking care of the property and stuff, and he's got his hands full.
Nice. We have a very simple basic trike called the Crafter that does bolt right to, on and off in 5 minutes available. So wheels are an option. Yeah.
Very nice.
You know me, anything wheels are going to be an option. I'm going to foot launch some, but it's going to be in good condition. That's about it. I'm not running my fat ass off out there.
Well, if you ran more, I have not had any luck getting off the ground my last time I've flown or tried to fly, and well, I haven't even tried since then.
Happens. It happens. I'm over here breaking records. I'm the first person to break a prop on the new Moster EFI. Thank you very much. I'm proud of that. That's okay.
I don't even try. I stick to my wheels.
Stick to the wheels, yeah.
I keep a kiss, brother. Keep a kiss.
Yep.
I did forget to ask Nick earlier. Nick, the e-bike you're giving away is a custom color. It's a $3,500 e-bike, and you have a store, correct, or a website?
I do. I got a website they can go check them out at for sure.
Oh yeah, it's on the banner behind Krista. She's blocking it. Yeah, yep. That's it right there.
Right. Right there.
So you also are selling props now, correct, Nick?
Correct. So it's turned into a little side hobby, I guess. I went to a few fly-ins last year, and I needed a prop one time, and then I started going to different fly-ins, and people were always needing something, and there's just not a big demand for people to bring stuff. So I thought I'm gonna start selling some and bringing them with me. So I'm stocking e-props and helix, guardian angel strobes, just a few things that people could possibly use at a fly-in. And that's, I mean, if they want to buy it, I'll buy it. They can buy it and I'll ship it to them. Or
Right.
mainly it's just to have at a fly-in so people need something.
Nice.
And if
That's
they
a
want,
very good idea, man.
Yeah.
if they want to buy it online, they go to justusebikes.com.
Yeah, I've got a page set up. I got to make it active, but it's going to be Paramotor Apparel at the top, and all they got to do is go to justusebike.com, and there'll be a link there that they can go get into it from there and order it, and I'll ship it directly to them.
Very nice, very nice.
Excellent.
Um,
Excellent.
So let me ask the three guests here tonight. Tony, I'll let you go first. What was so great about the fly-in last year, Fly for Gaige 2023? What did you like about it?
Well, I really didn't know what Fly for Gaige was. I just go with Rick, and then I started reading about it, and I asked a few questions, and I was just straight mind blown. And I was glad to be part of it.
Well, yeah, we're glad that the park came to us and asked us if we could do something like this, and for us to have tried to keep his name out there, keep our son's name out there. This to us is not just a fly-in. We don't make any money. It's going to cost us money every time we do this fly-in. That's why we started the 501c3. It'll help out with some of the cost. But most of the scholarships the first couple of years were donations made by paramotor pilots. We raised $500 for the first 2 years. Each year, all money was raised by paramotor pilots. So with having the chance to do a fly-in, if your intentions are to come to the fly-in and not follow rules, you won't be at the fly-in very long. I don't mean to sound mean or grouchy about it, but the park has their set rules that we have to abide by, and it's very simple. Don't fly over the park. Don't fly in front of the park. It'll all be marked off on a map. When you come to registration, it'll be very easy to read. Anybody can follow it. There are so many miles of no houses or anything else the other way, opposite of the park. Why you want to fly over a congested area is beyond me.
Yeah, I think last year somebody was trying to go close to the jail, I think it was, remember?
No, well, we had one guy land out at the power plant.
And Manny went and picked him up.
And then we had a couple guys. One decided to water foot drag across the entire lake, huge lake. And there were two fishing boats out in the middle that were not very far apart. When I say not very far apart, I mean,
I remember that. That's insane.
Enough room for a paramotor pilot to squeeze between the two boats, and he water foot dragged between the two boats.
Yeah.
So things like that are going to be quickly eliminated right from the get-go. We're not going to play games. We're not going to. If the park says you're gone, you're gone. There's nothing I can say to you about it.
Yeah, and it's not like Shane is trying to be a hard ass or something. It just needs to be really like zero tolerance, because one or two things like that could ruin it for everybody, and it can never happen again.
Rick,
I just felt.
Oh, go ahead.
I just felt last year you gave a lot of people too many breaks, man. And we got to keep this real. We got to keep this safe for everybody. And we want to do this every year.
Yeah, I don't want to be the hard ass or a dick, but and I think I get taken advantage of, because once I get pushed to a certain point, then I can show you my other side, which is not as nice as the other side. So
exactly, and
but when they told me at the park told me that there may not be another fly for Gaige, it really absolutely just boiled my blood. I was just like, you know what? Like, I'm trying to do something nice for my kid. I'm trying to do something nice for the kids graduating high school. and you guys just come out here, and there was literally only 4 guys that caused all of the ruckus. And so this year it's going to be it'll be a little tighter. There won't be so many breaks.
Well, I will say that there wasn't a prop broken until Sunday morning flight.
The very last person to try to launch broke a prop. We almost got away with the flying with absolutely no broken gear.
Wow.
And let me tell you, I was like, "Are you kidding me? We almost got away with it."
And there was a little fat guy. He took my dirt bike, and I got in trouble for it.
Oh.
He was just ripping wheelies, going. I mean, he was just going berserk.
Yeah, even if you got a side-by-side of golf cart, there is a speed limit for anybody and everybody. If you're on a electric bike, like I am, there technically is a speed limit. If the park sees you, be really nice to them, apologize, and don't do it again, and you won't have any problems. I guarantee it.
Yeah.
Mr. Rick Davies.
James, hold on, answer that question. Hold 1 second. We got to answer this question.
No, James. Those 4 are not banned. I had most of the problems late Saturday flight and then early Sunday morning. Sunday morning was a free for all, and I'm gonna tell you right now, it won't happen again. I promise you. We will.
I think part of it is also that we were not in the back. We actually were parked with electricity, so we weren't boondocking because I was out selling entrance fees or whatever, taking registrations, making sure they sign their papers. So that's going to be, I think, a difference is we're actually be there more.
Yeah, when it gets closer to the fly-in, we will have a kind of a breakdown of it all. If you come to fly and do what you're supposed to, you're gonna have a great time. If you come to do things on your own and whatever you want, you're not gonna have a good time. I can promise you. Rick Davies, speaking of good time, what did you have last year at the March fly for Gaige?
Oh man, we did a bunch of tandems, and I love doing tandems. I love to share the flight experience with people. And Tony goes out there and works and helps me, and he works all the people. And all right, you're next. Come here, get your helmet on, gets the wing set up for me, and I just stay in the machine and just take off and land. And we flew, I don't know how many, but we did some of the city council people, and so the people from the park there, and it was just awesome. We just love that's our favorite part of flying is just sharing that and getting people up there and seeing their expressions and sharing the flight, sharing the magic.
Yeah, I know the councilwoman was like,
the councilwoman
she loved it.
Absolutely loved it. And Rick, I can tell you right now, if it wasn't for you taking her up and bringing her down safely as a responsible tandem instructor or pilot, she really pushed to do this the second time, even after the complaints of the 4 gentlemen on late Saturday, early Sunday.
That's great. Glad to help.
It was, I mean, the park manager at the time, he told me that she just couldn't stop talking about it and was extremely happy and loved the cause. So, and she's on board again. Actually, before the month was over, I believe I did get confirmation that they were going to allow it the second time. Just exactly when wasn't 100% sure.
Good.
So,
Bill, and your contact with those, and your contact with them, with the people from the park and the city or the county or whatever. If anybody wants a ride, tell them come on out, bring your families out.
You're welcome to come back out, Shane.
Yep.
Yeah, and I'm like I said, Rick, honestly, 100% that you got that woman up in the air, you brought her down, and made her day to the point of where she wants to have this again, and I'm absolutely thankful for you and a safe flight because that would have been the worst one not to have a good flight.
Shane, it took a lot behind the screen, my friend. To buckle her in was not easy.
Well, I can tell you, I was watching you guys take off, and I'm like, from my point of view, and we all know perspective is completely different from a pilot's point of view as you're on the ground. And I'm like, are they going to clear those trees and just keep on it? And I'm like, oh my God.
Here's a little behind the scenes for you. That was a new Cosmos we sold our tandem Cosmos at Bad Apples. So that was a brand new Cosmos that we put into service, and it had about, I don't know, maybe 10 hours on it by that time, and it needed a little tweak on the high needle. It wasn't quite getting all the way to full RPMs, and I realized it on that flight. I realized that we were safe, and you know, in the LZ, the takeoff zone there, you kind of climb out, and then you can follow around the dirt road, around the trees, where you know, you have clearance. But there was that one little tree in the middle, and we were not real high over top of that. But after we landed with her, we looked at it, and we were like, oh, it's not quite getting full RPM. So a tiny adjustment, and it was perfect. But we were still safe, because I could have landed straight ahead or landed on the road over there. And it came out.
We also got buckle extenders.
Tony, hold on real quick. I got somebody very important in the chat. That's Uncle Steve Shake, and I need to let Uncle Steve Shake know that we are approved and finishing our 501c3. And I will need to talk to you, sir, about the fly-in, because I'm getting ready to make an order for seasonings for that fly-in. So we're gonna.
Hey, we got a couple of questions too, Shane.
Okay, Tony, what were you saying real quick, sir? I apologize for interrupting.
We're more prepared this year. We got what they call buckle extenders to extend the seatbelt, 4 inches on each side, you know, so it doesn't have to be as tight and uncomfortable, because it was pretty uncomfortable for her.
We're flying a larger motor now. We're flying a Rotex 582, so we got lots and lots of power and dependability. So we're ready. We're ready to take anybody. See, I'm a big guy already, so if I'm going to take a passenger, I need somebody. I need a powerful engine. I'm a big guy.
Right. Well, Scuba, Steve, there is going to be we're probably going to do the same thing we did last year and make it a raffle. We're going to do the Brian Haybell Waller last year bought quite a bit of seasonings.
He bought all of the seasonings that were given with registration. So
yeah,
we're not expecting that, Brian.
Yeah, no, we're not. Yeah, Brian, we're not expecting. So last year, Brian bought a bunch of individual seasonings, and then he bought a
small variety pack.
Correct, which we raffled off. And then as you registered, you got to pick whatever Uncle Steve Shake seasoning that you wanted. 1 bottle per registration, and it went fairly quick, and I had no complaints. I think everybody enjoyed.
Yeah, actually,
yeah, good stuff.
Rachel was saying that that's all she uses now.
Yeah, Rachel.
So we're like,
Jeff.
well, hook up with Uncle Steve Shake, because it's amazing.
Yeah, that's all I ever use.
Yeah.
And you guys might not know it, but this guy right here can cook some barbecue. So we're gonna do some pork butts. We'll do a bunch of pork butts one day and just do like kind of free barbecue for everybody, sandwiches, and oh man, he kills it. He's like competition barbecue, good stuff.
Well, we're gonna do Saturday night. We are gonna do the donation dinner again. So whatever you want to donate for dinner, we're gonna work some things out, because I don't think it's quite. I don't want to say fair, but we are trying to raise as much money as we can, but I don't want to take advantage. So if you bring your kids and you got a 7 and a 10-year-old, I'm not going to expect you to pay a large, the same amount as you do with a donation that you gave for an adult. You know what I mean? So we're gonna work some of that out and try to make it a little bit more cost effective for families.
Yeah. So Dave Wolf is wondering if is there a way to purchase or enter the raffle if you're not present?
If you get somebody to do that for you, that's not me or my wife.
That's what we did last year too. So if you know someone, just get them to buy you tickets that you trust.
Okay.
Yeah, we want to sell tickets. We want to raise as much money for the fund as we can. So I think so. Yeah. If we need to ship that thing, we can ship it to somebody.
So I'm thinking once I get the understanding, again, this is my second fly-in, our second fly-in. I don't know what the heck I'm doing even now. So I don't want to add some extra steps into this by having to keep track of who paid for however many tickets, writing their names on it. But if anybody there wants to go through the hassle of taking payment from somebody and putting in their names and putting it in the bucket, have at it. As of right now, I do not want to do that.
All right. Let's talk about that. Maybe we can come up with ideas before then.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I'm open to suggestions, but again, I already got so much crap going on in my life. I don't with this.
Wait, oh, don't you live in Florida nowadays?
Yeah, Dave Wolf lives in Florida.
Not yet.
Cape Coral.
He should. Nick, you're in and out like a burger joint.
He's in that dungeon.
Greg Laney. Yes, David Wolf. If you
I don't know what's up with the internet.
Yeah, if you guys want to bring your kayaks, or if you got a boat, and you want to do some fishing or just kayak, just troll around the water, whatever.
Just remember, there's some big gators there.
Well, by the power plant's the biggest ones, but yeah, there are some gators for sure.
Yeah, the power plant. I don't know if any of you guys on the panel actually flew anywhere near the smokestacks coming off the power plant. But I can tell you right now, I know 4 guys or maybe 5 guys that went too close to that, and we all got a ride of our lifetime.
Oh, yeah.
And it wasn't fun. It is heat coming off of it, and we weren't even, I wouldn't even say 10 feet above the stack off to the side, but the wind was blowing just right, and it pushed the heat down and towards us, and it was scary.
Yeah.
It was so. We're gonna make a little red circle of not flying over by those stacks just for a safety reason, because that was
Sketchy.
I've flown 4 years out of that park, and I've never had any incidents with that power plant. But I don't fly that close to it normally because 1, it's a congested area, and 2, it's a power plant. I don't want to get fried if I have to land in there.
And it's infrastructure. You know, that's part of part 103 is infrastructure. Stay away from it. Yep.
So, yeah. So, Nick, you didn't bring your paramotor for Fly for Gaige, correct? Last year.
Correct. I didn't bring it last year. I just come to hang out and see y'all guys and bring that bike, support the cause.
Oh, but you rode around the whole park in the bikes, though, didn't you?
Oh, yeah. We brought bikes and we rode everywhere. We probably rode 20 miles while we were there.
Yeah, Krista and I.
Yeah.
Krista and I, my friend Jason, we went hammock camping the weekend before last, and I think we ended up putting 35 or 40 miles just inside that park on our e-bikes.
Mm-hmm.
That's what makes that such a great site, because you've got so much to do, and it's such a big area.
It's big, man. It's really big.
Yeah,
and
what to do.
And bring scooters, one wheels, segways. You can ride the trails forever back in there. They have miles and miles of trails and great scenery. You'll see deer. We actually saw a water moccasin in the road. We did see that one big hog.
Yeah, they have a splash pad too.
Yeah,
if it's warm enough.
Yeah, if you got little kids and they want to go to the splash pad, then they got that at the park as well. Their camp store that they have there, the country store, it actually is fairly priced. And what I mean by that is they literally only maybe charge 10% more than what they pay for it. So picture a bag of charcoal you can get at Walmart for $5. They're $5.50. I mean, it's fairly good price, and they got a good selection of stuff there too.
You know what I've never seen though? I've seen once. Not once have I seen a pig, and I've flown out of there twice now. I can't believe I've never seen.
We've seen a big one. John Wayne, they actually have fishing tournaments in there with big bass boats and everything else. So yes, motorboats are allowed. And if
horses.
You mean, yeah,
horses. Yes, horses, yeah. Miniature horses, all of them. Yeah.
The park is all around. So during the morning you fly, you get done, you go and have breakfast, and you can, like I said, ride your one wheels or whatever for a long time. Come back, go have lunch, go back, ride some more. I mean, there's things there at the park, and they're gonna have food trucks out back where the LZ is. They're gonna have I think don't this isn't 100%. I can't remember if this is for what they were supposed to do last year or this year. I believe they're gonna have a bounce house and some other things out there as well.
And you're going to go around and give people.
Oh, yeah, that's the other thing.
Yeah.
So during the day, now, a lot of fly-ins, they say, hey, there's water over there. Get what you need. If you run out, then, well, you have to go get some more. During the day, starting maybe Friday midday, will bring people. I'll have a 55-gallon drum of water in the back of my truck with a pump. If you need to be topped off to make it through till Sunday morning, then I'll be more than happy. If you show up without any water and you go expect me to fill your tank up, it ain't gonna happen. Fill up before you get out there.
Shane, are you gonna be wearing the T-back again this year when you deliver water?
Yes.
Okay. I'll have my camera ready. I didn't have it last year.
That was your bad.
No, my fault. My fault, bro.
But yeah, I'm gonna try to just add little things like that, like bring people water if they need it. Just little things like that to try to make a little special touches, if you will, to show our appreciation and everything.
Nice.
Where's my counter at?
Your counter?
Usually I have a counter. Oh, there it is. Holy crap. So, Will, what was your favorite part about that? I know it wasn't a morning flight at
Sure,
Fly
it's not
Brigade.
a morning flight, but it was the fact that the area was so big. There was so much stuff you could explore. I mean, we even went geocaching. They, of course, didn't have anything because of the storm that blew everything away. But just, I mean, if you want to ride your Segway around, you can. And how many lakes are there? Aren't there like 2 big lakes? I know there's that one huge lake you can go around.
You have 2 big ones that are inside the park, and then you have 2 smaller ones that are inside the park, and then you've got there's a total of 6 ponds or lakes, whatever you want to call them, in the park, and then you have the big one that's out by the water or by the power plant, which none of these you want to go into. One, they're old shell rock, I believe, mining pits. So they're a couple 100 feet deep. They're going to play hard. You're going to play a hard time hitting the bottom and coming back up in a paramotor. The other thing is they have gigantic alligators. I mean, when I say gigantic, they're prehistoric. They're huge.
They're freaking dinosaurs. Yeah, for sure.
So if the guy that was water foot dragging the entire lakes last year, one slip up, one sputter of the motor. I mean, you're in the middle of the lake. No one's swimming out to you because no one's going to be able to, because they're just going to be getting picked off by alligators. There's no way.
That's a tough choice, man.
They'll give them right.
I mean, it's one of those things. You put yourself in such a crappy spot. Now you're going to put others in just as much of a crappy spot, because there are going to be people. And as much as I say I wouldn't swim out there, I probably more than likely would swim out there. But
I do the same. I would send you out there.
Yeah. And Crystal would too, after she's on the phone with the life insurance policy. Can I get that raised real quick? This guy's about to do something dumb. Yeah. But all jokes aside, I mean, if one of us land out in the swamp last year, the sheriff's department was willing to go get us. Most of the swamp is covered with a dike with a road on top of it, so they could actually drive out in a regular pickup truck and pick you up if you were too far out in the swamp. And they had a swamp buggy and or an airboat. I haven't got the final details on this, if that's an option for this year, but
they had paramedics there.
Yes,
the entire time. Well, during the flying hours.
They were supposed to be there during the flying hours, but for some reason their schedule got mixed up and they did not show up for Saturday and Sunday morning.
Yeah.
So, long story short, I think the county got their money back for those 2. And I'm not sure if we have to pay for the paramedics this year, which is not cheap, by the way.
Oh, sure. Yeah.
That's a great way to look at it too, Shane. I mean, and for any flying you go to, if you're going to do something stupid, think about the people that the other people you're putting at risk potentially.
Yeah.
So it's not just you that's going to have a bad day. It could potentially be, another team of 5, whatever people. So there was what's this about, Rick? Does that ring a bell?
Drone going to crash into us. Hey, I haven't crashed a drone in a long time. I like to get close. I like that action shot. I like to see people running from a drone sometimes.
Hey, Nick, from what I'm reading in the chat, we're going to have to bring a couple extra e-bikes because I think there's a couple people in here wanting to ride some while they're at the fly-in.
I can bring some for people to ride. They're demos, so I can work it out.
Because my bike's gonna be preoccupied with my fat butt on it, driving around, making sure everybody's happy, unless I'm in my truck filling up water jugs or whatever.
Something I thought of. I don't know if you have any interest, maybe we can think about some kind of a loosely organized cross country Saturday morning or something like that. I thought about a paramotor scavenger hunt or something like that doesn't make you do anything dangerous,
Well, I had thought I was hoping that we'd be able to do a cross country, but the way that the fly zone is going, the no fly zone is going to be, we're going to have to go over take off from the LZ, go over the high tension power lines, and then go on the west side of the prison to circle away from any of the houses that the one guy was complaining from. We'll have to go around the prison and then go to Wauchula and come back the same way. Yeah. Just so we don't go over the guy's house, because he had enough of it, and every time he even heard one. Yeah.
He's an ass. That's just all there is to it.
Again,
they know.
They know. So
all the county people and the park people know, but yeah.
Yeah, the park. Yeah, but the thing is, I mean, they're in the public eye. So if one person is complaining, they got to take it as who they are. So
yeah, sure.
I work for kind of the same thing. Kind of with a municipality. Why can I say that word? I've only had 25 years to practice it. Anyways, yeah, any complaint, I mean, they take it as, so serious. I'm like, dude, the guy's just saying the curb is dirty. Why are you worried about it? Like, it's not that big of a deal, but they take it as it's important, like right now. So, yeah, we're just, like I said, the no-fly zone is going to be very, very simple. And the track I just told you guys about, if you take off from the field, it's the opposite way of where the power plant is. So if you go the other way where the high tension power lines are, have adequate, safe height above those, and you cross those. If you follow that dike around, it's about, I think it's a 45-minute flight.
Yeah.
And I mean, there's wildlife everywhere. Deer, very little cattle that way. There's hogs everywhere, tons of buzzards, hawks. I've seen all kind of stuff over there. But it's about a 45-minute flight, and it'll bring you right back in front of those high-tension power lines that, the LC's on the other side.
Yeah.
Well, let me answer Angela's question. She was asking about renting e-bikes. Can you rent e-bikes? And I think you're talking about just – go ahead.
I can do that. I'll have a few at the fly-in if people want to rent them, or if they just want to demo them for a little while. We can do that.
I demoed mine and then brought it home.
Yeah, that's how it works.
That's the point.
Greg Laney on there. I'll answer that question. Fifth day outdoors. That's my buddy Daniel Leakey, and we'll get his information so everybody can have it there at the fly-in. He runs a little tour deal on the Peace River there out of Wauchula, where he rents your kayaks. He'll take you on guided tours if you want. And they go and collect shark's teeth in the river and stuff like that. Really good guy and good business. So he's really big on networking. So we'll get you guys hooked up with him and he'll spread the word, and I hope maybe we can send him some business too.
And that'd be awesome. Yeah, I'd like that.
Yeah.
I won't have time to do it, but when I go back to Hardy Lakes, I wouldn't mind going to do something like that. That sounds fun.
Yeah, right there in the Peace River, it's 10 minutes away. They go and they have these sifters and screens, and they get hundreds and hundreds of shark's teeth. And most of them are small, little shark's teeth, but from time to time they find those big megalodon teeth that are like 4 or 5 inches that fill up the whole palm of your hand, you know. But it's pretty neat. They find all sorts of fossils and petrified bones and teeth and everything like that in there.
So you're saying if Will was in there and we scooped him up, we found a fossil?
Yeah,
Yeah, I was wondering if you found it.
It's too quiet over there. Yeah.
Will's like, and I come on here for free. And now, for this abuse. Oh, man. Well, anything you guys want to add extra? Anything, opinions about the fly-in area?
Something that we talked about a little bit, and I think would be a really good idea, is just ask everybody to fly with gaggle or fly sky high. And if you get accused of doing something, there's your proof right there. It wasn't me. Here's where I was at. You know.
Yeah.
Good idea.
So I think that would be best if someone has the same color wing as you and they're out doing something else, and you come back and land, and you don't have any proof of it. I mean, I'm going to be looking at a picture of you flying or your wing, and be like, "Well, this is your wing, so the park wants you to leave." That's, you know. So if you had gaggle, you'd be like, "Well, no, I wasn't over there. This is my flight pattern." You know, blah blah blah.
Yeah.
I would sit there and wait for the next wing to come in that was the same color. I don't know how else to make this productive for years to come. I'm open to suggestions on how to keep people flying where they're supposed to without causing or having the chance of getting kicked out of the park and not being able to continue doing the fly-in and raising money for kids graduating high school.
And you did
It's
say
something
when
that we always battle, though. Even if you have it at an airport, you still have people that break rules. There's always a prison near a fly-in. I don't know what it is, but
yeah.
have a prison nearby that somebody doesn't fly right over the middle of it. You know?
Is there one at Dave Purden's?
I've never been to Purden's.
You should.
Ooh.
You should, Rick.
Yes.
No, there's a racetrack.
Yeah,
We
there's a
went-
racetrack.
I don't know if there's a
We went
prison.
to Moonshiners. That was a long drive. But
Oh, I
I hear
love
Purden's isn't that
Moonshiners.
much further from us.
Yeah.
Moonshiners is bad because it's so far off the interstate. You know, you get off the interstate and you still got an hour or two to drive.
Right.
That's a long ride.
Yeah, we usually go up to the family farm and fly the week before. So we leave here like Saturday, like 2:00 in the morning, and we're there by 5 in the afternoon. Sunday morning we wake up and fly right from the front yard, and
or the backfield.
or the backfield or the pasture, or there's 28 acres there. And then we just found a new LZ. It's a private airport. The guy said, "Don't even bother calling me. Just show up. I'll look out the window and see you. I'll be fine with it. If I'm not here, have fun." And it was absolutely a great spot to fly as well.
Yeah, Will didn't go this year because he's from Ohio and decided to visit his own family.
Yeah, I know.
Instead of
It's really
mine.
selfish of me. But hey, that one little spot that you guys launched from there at the family farm that you're talking about, and I wouldn't launch my drone from there. I don't know how you do it. Seriously, no.
Oh,
No, and then when you
No.
land, you basically have to foot drag the chimney to get
Oh,
down.
okay.
you know?
That's the front yard. Yeah.
Yeah,
You
okay,
just,
front yard.
you just got to be
I would
skilled.
call it- you call it an LZ.
Well, I think it's big enough, and I don't
It
fly.
obviously is. You got some cool. I just need bigger cojones, I guess.
It's not that bad. You'll be fine.
Yeah,
What's the worst that can happen? You hit the chimney, you just yell ho ho ho, and
and you'll be down before you know it.
exactly.
Yeah.
Just watch out for the horses.
Yeah, that's all he cares about, the horses. That's it. Don't hit the horses.
They
But
were
yeah,
cool.
it's a great place to fly.
Yeah, Dave Wolf came.
Yeah, Dave Wolf and his family came and rode horses at the family farm,
Nice.
and And I was really hoping one of the horses would take Dave into the pond.
Dave didn't get on the horse.
I think at the end of the day, didn't he?
No, I don't believe so.
Oh, it was just his wife and his
two daughters.
Older daughter, yeah. They both his kids got on horses, but his wife, I don't think he did right. He didn't go.
He didn't.
He's going to be moving out here to Florida. He's going to be neighbors with Tony.
Yeah,
Area, so
he's
I still have that
2
hour buffer between us, which is good. But no, I miss my buddy. It'll be good to see him down here soon.
How lucky do you think I feel? I got a what is that, 4.5 hour buffer then, 3.5.
Wow, yeah.
I think it takes me 2.5 hours to get from my house to Hardy Lakes.
Does it?
And
Yeah.
I believe so, yeah.
Yeah. That's a haul. That's a little bit of a haul.
We do it anyway. We really like the park, to be honest.
Yeah,
awesome.
we camp. Like I said, we just camped there 2 weeks ago, and we'll be there probably before. Well, I don't know if we'll be there before March because we're 60 days away or something like that.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm super excited.
Great park. Yep. Awesome. Yeah, we're excited too. Can't wait.
Yep.
Don't forget to pre-order your shirts.
Oh yeah, how do I forget that? Rick, I'm as bad as you about financing and this and that. If you guys haven't prepaid, the beginning of February, the price, we're going to stop taking pre-registration. Or if you want to pre-register after February 1st, it's still going to be $60 or $50. I'm sorry. It's going to be $50 up until February 1st, and then it's going to stay at $60 until the fly-in. The shirts, everything, all the information is on the page. If you want to pre-order shirts, I have to have the order in by February 4th, so I'm going to stop everything at February 1st. So if you want to pre-order shirts, you might want to go to the website or the Facebook page, Fly It for Gaige 2024. All the information's in there. Make sure, because I had someone do this to me last night, left their name as a .com. If you are that person, can you message me back and tell me your name so I can put it in my book? Because right now I just have your name in there as a .com. And just pilot's fee. If you're paying for pilot's fee, say pilot's fee and a shirt and what size shirt and your name. Super simple. But I don't know who it was last night sent me a payment and it just was a .com name. And I'm like,
I'm not going to say the name.
No, don't say the name. So I'm just like, I don't understand.
Do you accept Canadian currency or pesos?
If you cash it into American dollars, then yes, I will.
All right. What about Bitcoin?
Bitcoin.
Yeah, man, Bitcoin. Now we're talking.
Yeah.
Just one. Just bring one.
Yeah, just bring one.
Yeah. How about a savings bond? Turn it in 20 years and it's worth
Same amount of money.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
No, my grandmother bought Kaylee and Gaige savings bonds or whatever it was, and after Gaige passed, we decided we switched Gaige's. We ended Gaige's bank account, and whatever money was left in there, we gave it to Kaylee, and that savings bond and everything. The savings bond was worth exactly what she paid for it. I was like, no.
Yep. Okay.
Greg Laney, yes. Was that you, Greg Laney? I'm glad I mentioned that.
That was Greg Laney? That's his new nickname then, .com.
Yeah, salary school. I was like, who in the heck is this? How do I know who this is? So someone's gonna come up and be like, I'm Greg Laney. I'm like, we don't have a Greg Laney. I paid. My name is Salary School. I'm like, oh, there you go. All right, good. I'm glad we figured that out because that's right. As of right now, my biggest concern was trying to figure out who the heck paid that.
Working on it now.
Greg Laney, you know where you were parked last year. You could push back a little bit further inside that tree line and be in the shade, just so you know. The park will do just about anything for the guys flying out there. So if you need an extra spot, maybe knocked down, mowed a little bit or something, just let me know. We can see if we can get it done.
Just working.
I was reading Keith's. Dude, Jack came in, just opened the curtain up as he ran through, and I thought somebody was coming through the door. And everybody, you and I here.
I already locked the front door.
Y'all about to see me throw Krista in front of somebody and me running.
Don't forget, he's gonna scream like a girl.
Yeah, that too.
Yeah.
All right, so Will, let's go ahead and do this. Where can we find you? Your website, your OnlyFans page, all that stuff.
You can find me on YouTube. Just search for Will Fly, or direct willflyppg.com. Take you to the same place.
All right. Nick Justice, where can we find you, sir? Your website and all that good stuff.
You can find all my stuff on justusebikes.com or in all social media. Go to justusebikes.
What about YouTube?
Nick, YouTube, you can find me there at Life of Nick J.
All righty. Tony, where can we find you other than carrying gorilla around?
Fort Myers.
Fort Myers. You got a YouTube? Hey, do you have a YouTube or anything, Tony?
Actually, I don't.
That guy's got more businesses than you can count on both hands.
Nothing wrong with that. Hey, you gotta keep your game alive, you know.
He's a hustler, man. He's the one to get stuff done.
And in fact, Friday, I'm actually retiring from bail bonds.
Nice.
Well, okay.
Congratulations.
I'm actually surrendering my license on Friday. I'm done chasing the bad guys.
All right.
For now.
And Mr. Rick Davies, what kind of YouTube? What kind of school you got? What kind of stuff you sell? What do you got?
ppggorilla.com, and YouTube is youtube.com/ppggorilla.
And your school?
Florida Flight Sports, and you find that at floridaflightsports.com or ppggorilla.com. All right, dog.
Oh, real quick, Will, before we go, are you any good at making web pages?
No.
Okay, good. Thanks.
Glad to help, man.
I gotta make. We're gonna make one for the 501c3, and what?
Our first person is going to be Smart Car.
Well,
you were number 2.
Right now, he's number 2 on my book.
Number 2. Okay, I got it.
All right, guys. I got to pee and it's past my bedtime. I'm out.
Yep, we're out of here as well. All right, guys. Have a great night.
Flying.
All right, guys.
It's been a pleasure, my friend. Thank you.
Bye.
I'm gonna play the intro outro.
Outro.
It's the intro.
Outro.
I have one.
Oh.
All right, guys. Have a good night. If you want to stay
All
on,
right,
stay
thank
on.
you.
We'll be here in a minute. Nope, just kidding.
Oh.
Show it. Oh my gosh, what a rookie.
I've got a lot to say, can't hold it in this time. Got no filter, I got no filter. 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 No filter, I got no filter.
Supposed to hit this button and then this button. Rookie.